Hello and welcome to Canada Immigration Guide. Today, we are going to talk about how you can convert a visitor visa to a work permit in Canada without LMIA. Before that, remember to subscribe, like, share and leave a comment. Many people have aspirations of working and relocating to distant countries, working in a nation with the finest quality of life, a wealth of natural resources, petroleum reserves, and a diverse range of flora and fauna is a pleasure. All of these are provided to Canadian citizens with the highest tenderness and compassion. Canada is the home to stunning natural features including waterfalls, ice fields, and colored lakes. And one of the top economies in the world is Canada. For anyone looking for work overseas, Canada is an excellent option. But can a visiting visa in Canada be changed to a work permit? Well, yes. But the procedure is highly difficult and won't be successful in most cases. So, how can you convert a visitor visa to a work permit in Canada? And what are the conditions for that? Well, let's get started. Over 38 million people call Canada home as of 2022, and over 300,000 of them are recent immigrants. However, does each of them have the proper license to work? Do you know that even if you only have a visitor's visa, you may apply to have it changed into a work permit? It's given that getting a work permit will take longer than getting a visiting visa. But if you suspect that you may one day require a work permit, it is crucial that you be aware of the steps that need to be taken in order to switch from a visitor's visa to a visa that would allow you to work legally in the country. The status of a traveler to Canada can be changed from that of a visitor to that of an employee by applying to a temporary resident visa (TRV) and then subsequently obtaining a work permit. Those who do not possess a work permit are not permitted to remain in Canada or to find an employment there. It is only possible to extend one's stay for individuals who are in possession of legal visas, which include tourists and temporary residents. Who can apply for a work permit? Anyone is free to apply for a work visa from Canada so long as they satisfy the requirements listed. The following are some of the requirements that must be met before one may apply for a work permit: a valid passport or travel document, 2 recent passport photographs, the application fees, the letter of introduction, proof of financial support, and a job offer letter in Canada. When applying for a work permit, you may be required to meet a variety of stipulations, although these may vary according to where you live. You are required to provide evidence that you will be leaving Canada before the expiration date of your work permit, regardless of where you want to use it or what sort of work visa you intend to apply for. In addition to this, you will need to provide evidence that you are able to support your complete family both while you are in Canada and after you return home to your native country. You are required to have a spotless criminal record and to never have broken the law in past. In addition, you are expected to demonstrate that you are in good physical health, submit a medical examination if one is requested, and show any further paperwork that the officer needs in order to validate your right to be in the country legally. What about changing a visitor's visa into a work permit? The following is a rundown of the steps necessary to convert a visiting visa to a work permit in Canada. Step 1. Apply for job in Canada. You may do that by making an application for a work permit when you are already inside Canada. You are needed to verify first that you are currently employed. In order to apply for roles in Canada, you may look for employment opportunities on websites such as Indeed, LinkedIn, Glassdoor, or the website of the individual employer. However, in order for your CV to be taken into consideration, it must conform to the rules that are set down for Canada. Number 2, make sure you're eligible to apply for a work permit. After applying for jobs and being hired, you could want to switch your guest visa to a work permit. Once you have verified your eligibility, submit an application through mail or online. To qualify, you must have a valid visitor visa, have a letter of introduction from Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada (IRCC), have a letter approved by the LMIA, Labor Market Impact Assessment. Make sure to to comply with the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act and regulations, be admissible to Canada, and prove to depart Canada at the end of your work permit by proving there are no Canadian candidates for the position before hiring a foreign worker. The LMIA procedure safeguards the Canadian labor market. The Canadian business must advertise the position a month before applying for an LMIA to see whether any Canadians are available. If the business is unable to locate a Canadian, LMIA may be asked for. Human resources normally need 2 months to process an LMIA request. Therefore, it takes at least 3 months to complete between advertising and the LMIA procedure. Step 3. Submit an application for a work permit. After completing stages 1 and 2, you may submit a work permit application. You must complete an online application if you want to apply for a work permit from within Canada. For some situations, a paper application is also available. But what about getting a visitor visa to a work permit without LMIA? In order to obtain an open work visa without LMIA, you can apply for an open work permit as a temporary visitor if your spouse or common law partner possesses a study permit and is enrolled in a DLI. You are eligible to apply for a work permit as a holder of a visiting visa if your spouse or common law partners already has one and is employed in one of the NOC, O, A and B occupations. You can apply for a work visa as a guest if your spouse or common law partners has approved in principle status and is awaiting PR. If you have applied for PR under spousal sponsorship, you can apply for a work permit while waiting for a decision. So what do you think about getting this process? Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching this episode. Hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.